Everybody's journey is different. And yet there's a commonality.
We need to be reminded that we're not alone.
Annika just wanted me to video her shooting. Looks perfectly fine to me. Oh man. See? There we go, swish.
It was 2012. That summer, she had taken it upon herself to really improve her game. And looking back, I remember feeling like something was different.
I'd been getting fevers off and on for a couple weeks. And so we just went into like our family doctor, and they were like, you need to go, downtown to the ER right away. It was about 3 in the morning when they finally came in, and they're like, yeah, it looks like you have leukemia. I just remember going, leukemia, like people die from this.
We didn't know the statistics. It's cancer, we knew that, but we didn't know what we were in for as far as how long the treatments would be, what her prognosis was, nothing. It's 3 in the morning and you're just like, oh Lord, what do we do here? And within 4 hours, she was getting her first round of chemotherapy.
I always get these all knotted up. I'm sorry. These are bravery beads, so up at the hospital, like for each poke or procedure or chemo, they'll give us kids a bead. At the beginning, I had no idea that, it would be this long. So this was the first night. This is an IV start. I hadn't really had IVs before. And then this was diagnosis, so I got a bravery bead for that. Then I was inpatient for a while, got transfusions, my first procedure to get my port put in. Lost my hair. And then after that, it was mostly just chemo. And then this one's obviously my favorite, end of chemo.
I can remember feeling numb at times, like this isn't really me, this isn't really happening to our family.
There were definitely really scary, hard times of, ER trips and, big occurrences, but there's also the just day in, day out, I can't play basketball, I'm just laying here, I just wanted to sleep all day or, stuff like that. But when I was feeling better, I did a lot of piano, just, playing piano. That was just kind of like an outlet for me to just kind of take my mind off everything. Because it was something that I had done before that I could still do, so I think that was part of it. Some kind of normal.
How tragic is it to not be able to experience the things that I had envisioned coming in her life?
Happy birthday to you. The griefs pile up, the things that she had to let go of. And no one understood that.
I was just picking up our oldest son from a friend's, and the mom of his friend came out to the car and she said, in about 3 weeks, we're going to this camp.
You ready for Starlite Shores?
Yeah. It was a camp for families who are facing childhood cancer. Families go and volunteer, and then they get matched up with a family in treatment. So they serve that family in treatment for the week. I just couldn't imagine what it would be like for these families to have, one of their children going through this. And in the back of my mind, I just thought, this is so cool. I could really see our family doing this, and we loved the idea of serving together. As far as the family we were going to be matched up with, we thought, are we going to like each other? Are we going to get along?
We really pray that God would just pair the families together how He sees. And we know that we're only the hands that put that together, but He orchestrates all the details of that.
Our mission is to have these families be relaxed, renewed, and restored when they leave the camp. It's just really, really cool to see and experience the community that is formed.
All of us were exhausted and really needed a break.
It was a great experience. And most of that had to do with Drydens.
We connected immediately with them. I remember seeing Emma and Annika start talking, and instantly they had things in common.
We could tell they were going to be really good friends. Then it just happened.
What I really appreciate about her is she wanted to hear like my story. And that was really special to me because, you know, a lot of people are scared to talk about it.
Seeing our daughters connect so well, we knew, man, it's a great friendship for Emma to have. And then to continue to support Annika too would be something we knew Emma would want to do.
They were genuinely interested in what our experience was like.
They hadn't, you know, walked the journey, but they wanted to understand and help us.
It opened my eyes to a world I had no idea about. Emma's life at the time was wrapped up in prom and graduation in a month, and our thoughts and excitement was about their hair and how she would do it. We were looking for a graduation dress and jewelry for prom and graduation. And I remember her looking in the mirror, trying on this piece of jewelry, and it didn't sit right. And I looked at it and I thought, it kind of looked quite swollen. And we left that store and we got in the car, and I'm talking with the doctor, and he said that there was a mass in her chest. They didn't know what it was. And so there we were sitting in the car. She's holding her little box of jewelry, and these two worlds, they don't fit.
From there, I mean, we went with the nurse from the ER and Emma in the bed and wheeled her right into the hospital room.
And then they came in and told me that I had lymphoma.
And it was a stage 4, so they were going to hit it hard. There is something about watching your child suffer and not be able to do anything for them.
Oh my gosh, it was like, this isn't happening. I mean, how strange is it that, you know, she's, you know, helping me get through my cancer, and now she has cancer.
Now all of a sudden she's facing, you know, will I have hair? Will I be strong enough to go to graduation or prom? Will I be sick? And that is just hard to wrestle with.
Well, I've always liked art. I often think about that it's a good one that I was the kid in the family who got cancer, because all my other siblings, they do like active things. Audra dances all day. Ethan plays soccer, and so does Kadri, and Ellie's in gymnastics. But I'm the one who's not, so I can still do mine without having like muscle loss. So.
The day Emma got her diagnosis, we said, is there anyone you would like to see? And she said, yeah, I want to see Annika.
It's kind of nice to have someone who just knows and someone who's gone through it. I guess it just makes you feel like you're not alone and that people actually care to know about your story.
That was just a real bright spot, I think, in a whole bunch of darkness and difficulty and heaviness, that was just so good to see their faces and know they've been on this path, and they can be there to support us and help us.
And here we thought we were doing this camp, and we could, you know, support a family and hopefully give them a relaxing week, and wow, we made friends out of it. This is awesome. We love these people, you know. And then, oh my goodness, that was a total gift from the Lord. Like it's almost crazy. It was, you know, literally seeing God's hand.
As humans, we want to try to not need help, and you need people to come along to help you bear that burden that's too heavy to carry by yourself.
I actually woke up that day of graduation and I felt super nauseous, and I was like, I don't even want to go to graduation right now. Like, I just feel awful.
But that day was just it really was a special day.
Seeing her, she came out in the wheelchair. That was pretty emotional.
But I was able to walk across the stage by myself.
Class of 2015, please join me in celebrating Emma May Dryden.
The class and the teachers giving her this standing ovation, it was so cool. It was this feeling of this community that had wanted this so bad for her, and this accomplishment, you know, more than just school. It felt like we were celebrating life. To know when people do things for you in whatever supportive way, just a simple card in the mail, a text, or a meal, or money, or gifts, or whatever it is, it just reminds you you're not alone.
We now were in the same shoes as families that we watched being at Starlite Shores, and so now we're able to have those conversations about how things are going and things we've experienced and share that commonality.
I think it kind of opened my eyes to like suffering. I have a little taste of, what, everybody goes through.
And I see that in each of us, that more of a sensitivity because of what we've gone through to now reach out, not just in the cancer community, but in life to whoever God crosses our paths with.
And that's God's design, that when He comforts us, we use it to comfort other people. There's no option to not join in the lives of other people who are struggling.
We're all kind of in this together, and it's not just about us and our pain, it's about each person walking through their own hurt and their own stories.